Hi everyone, hello and welcome. I have a really cute project for you today. Actually it's two projects, but they're made the same way, so we're going to make both of them and then you can decide which one you like the best. Before we get to that, just a couple of quick things. My Stampin' Blends class for July, my Stampin' Blends club for July is on my blog, and there's a link to it in the comments. You can check that out. The Blends club this month is featuring the Prize Peony bundle, and here's just a little quick snapshot of some of the cards. To get the club kit, all you have to do is go to my online store and place an order of $40 or more using the club host code. Don't use this host code. The club host code is a separate host code. When you place an order of $40 or more, you automatically get the club class kit, which includes supplies for 4 different cards, the PDF video, or the PDF and video instructions, and a free gift. So make sure you check that out if you're interested in the Prize Peony bundle. This might be a good time to purchase it. You can purchase the Prize Peony bundle, and then you'll get all of the kits, the Stampin' Blends kit stuff for free. And all of the details on my Stampin' Blends club is on my blog. Just make sure to click that link, and it has the host code and all the supplies you're going to need to finish your cards. So it's all there. If you are not interested in Stampin' Blends club but you do want to place an order, please use this host code, and I'll send you a PDF with 3 exclusive projects. And of course, I appreciate all of your support and your business. One more thing, Paper Pumpkin for August, the subscription period is open. I got my July Paper Pumpkin. I think I've already put it away. It's not on my desk, so I must have already put it away. But it is super cute. I really like it. And the August kit is all about celebrating everyday heroes. So make sure you check that out. And there's a link to subscribe to Paper Pumpkin in the video description as well. Okay, you ready for today's cards? I'm super excited. They are super cute. So every week, so my kids, I do a summer schedule kind of thing with my kids, and every Monday is a craft day. And so a couple weeks ago we had made these little bookmarks. So they have little magnetic closures in them, and they just snap right together. And I loved these so much. The kids really like them. They have their own. These are separate ones that I've made. The kids have their own. They love them. And so I thought I'm gonna attach them onto a card, and then that would be super cute to give to a friend, or maybe a school librarian, or anybody really, anybody who you know that loves to read. And so the little magnet just kind of holds them in place. There's a little magnetic closure, just holds them in place. And so we're gonna make everything. We're gonna make the bookmarks and the cards. I'm gonna show you how to do it all, and then you can make your own. Now the only thing is that these, you do have to kind of push them all the way down if you want to fit them into an envelope, and then they kind of wobble around. I like to hold them, attach the magnet right between this little strip of cardstock that's holding them, but they are a little bit bigger to fit in an envelope. So just keep that in mind. They will fit in an envelope. You just kind of have to push them down a little bit, but they are super cute. So let's get started. We're just going to start with the cards first, and then we'll do the actual bookmarks. So you can decide which one you like best. Oh, they're so cute, both of them. Okay. So the actual cards, let me move this stuff out of the way. So the actual card for the Mickey one, I'm using Real Red. And then for the Minnie one, I have Melon Mambo. Now the cards are super simple, and I just have a scrap piece of white that I'm going to be stamping on for both of them. The cards are super simple. I made these top folding cards, so they're 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5.5. And I did that just because I thought the bookmarks were going to fit better on them if they were top folding. And then they each have a piece of white, which is 4 by 5 1/4. For the Mickey one, I embossed it with the Old World paper embossing folder, which is super cute. And then for the Minnie one, I embossed it with the Dainty Diamonds folder, which I love. I've used this folder so much. It is one of my absolute favorite folders. Okay, so we are just going to stick these on using my Stampin' Seal, our new adhesive. If you haven't tried it out, make sure you add that to your next order. It is phenomenal. Now, if you wanted to add something on here, maybe a greeting onto your paper before you adhere it down, that would be really cute, because once you take the bookmark off, the whole card it's cute, but it's a little plain. It's not really one that you're probably gonna set up on your mantle once you take the bookmark off. But so you could always put something under the bookmark just to jazz up the cuteness a little bit. All right, now I'm going to use my Tombow liquid glue for this, and all we're going to do, because we want to make sure we leave the middle part open, is I'm just going to run a line of Tombow just on each side. So I'm leaving the center part completely open, and then I'm putting that up maybe like an inch from the bottom. We're just going to press in those sides and make sure that sticks, and I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Just a little bit of glue. You just want to make sure you leave those sides open, and these little strips are 1 inch by 4 1/4, so they're going to span your entire card, not just your white piece. Okay, so that is the basic of the card construction. That's basically it. We're going to stamp a greeting though. I set these aside. On these cards, I used the Thinking of You greeting from the Blossoms and Bloom stamp set, but this stamp set, Celebration Tidings, is going to be in the holiday catalog, or the August through December mini catalog, and I thought this greeting down here, this Just For You, was super cute and very kind of cartoony and whimsical, so I'm going to use that one on these two cards, but any greeting would work. So I have the Thinking of You from the Blossoms and Bloom on these, but you could also do like a hello or a friend or really anything. So for the Mickey card, we're going to do Daffodil Delight, and for the mini card, we're going to do Melon Mambo. So I'm going to stamp one just over here, Just For You. So cute. And I'm going to get my cleaner out. I don't want to go into Melon Mambo with Daffodil Delight. And I'm going to stamp another one. We're going to trim these down, so I'm not too worried about them being on the same paper or getting close to each other, so we're going to trim them out. I'm going to close our ink pads. That is all the stamping we're doing for this card. Very simple. Now, I do want to trim this just a little bit. I want to make sure that this is kind of the same height as our words. So I'm going to trim that down just a little bit with my little mini trimmer. You can use your scissors too. So actually, I'm going to bring out my mini trimmer again just because I want to make sure that this is nice and straight. I'm going to cut that off. And then all we're going to do is flag our ends. You could use a punch for this. I'm just going to use my scissors. So there is the Mickey one. Super cute, right? Okay. This little Just For You greeting is pretty cute, and it's from the Celebration, what was it, Celebration Tidings stamp set. It's coming out in the holiday catalog. So if this is one you like, and there's also amazing dies that go with this. So if this is one you want, you can actually add this to your starter kit and join today. Okay, so we have our greetings. Let's pull back in our cards real quick, and I'm gonna get some dimensionals out. Let's see, might have to get a whole new sheet. Okay, I'm just going to use just the littlest bit of dimensionals on one side. So I just have one dimensional on that side, and I'll do the same with the mini one. I'm just going to put one, or the Mickey one. I'm just going to put one dimensional on that side, and that's all we're doing to hold these down. We're not going to use any other adhesive because once we get these on, I will show you. So these are just going off to the right. They need to be able to be lifted up. So when you put your bookmark back on it and you stick it through, the greetings are a little bit longer than the bookmark, so they need to be able to be lifted up to get on top of the bookmark. So I hope that makes sense. So only one dimensional on the right sides of each of those greetings. And that's it for our cards. So let's get to starting our bookmarks now. Let's put these off to the side. Okay, so we'll do our Mickey one first. So for each of the bookmarks, we have a piece that is 2.5 by 8.5, and I have scored it in half at 4 1/4, the long way. We're gonna start with the ears. I'm gonna pull in a brand new sheet of dimensionals for these. I'm putting one dimensional in each of the corners. Now this is the folding side. This has the fold side on it. So I'm putting one dimensional in each of those corners. Now for mine, when we made these, we actually used punches. We used a retired punch, the 1 3/4 inch retired punch. For mine that we're making today, I'm using the layering circles dies, and this circle measures about 1 5/8. So it's just a little bit smaller, but it will still work. So all you're gonna do is stick those ears just up in those two corners on the dimensionals, That will allow your bookmark to open and close still. All right, we're going to take a little piece of Daffodil Delight. This is 2 1/2. This is 2 1/2 by half. And I'm just gonna stick this to the very bottom. This just kind of symbolizes Mickey's shoes, I guess. It's a very, very simple character here that we're doing. We're not doing anything super elaborate. We're really just getting the outline of the character. And I just use my Tombow glue just to glue that down because it's a thin little strip. And then I have a piece that is 2 1/2 by 2 and of real red. And I'm going to stick that on with my seal. And that's just gonna go right above the Daffodil Delight. They're just gonna butt up right against each other. All right, now for Mickey's little buttons, I use the medium daisy punch, and all we're going to do is cut off 2 petals. So there's 1, and there's 2. So if you were making a bunch of these, you could get a bunch of little buttons just out of this one petal. So I am going to add my buttons. I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue here, a little bit of glue here, and then I'm just going to take my little petals and stick them down just right onto that glue. You can use a glue dot too if you don't want to use liquid glue. So cute, isn't he cute? All right, I wanted to round all the corners, so I'm going to use my detail trio punch. I'm going to put these in here and just go through and round all of the corners. And that's going to give a nice little finish to our bookmark. Make sure that's nice and square in there. Let's move that out of the way. So that is the Mickey one. Isn't he cute? Okay, we're going to set him aside. We're going to finish off in just a minute while I pull in my supplies for my Minnie. Now the Minnie one is exactly the same way. It's 2 1/2 by 8 1/2, scored at 4 1/4, scored right in half. And we're going to assemble this one almost the same way. We're going to use our dimensionals for our ears. Now the point of these bookmarks is so that the little Mickey ears kind of stick up from the books, like the top of your book would probably go about right here, so the ears would stick up. If you don't want to use dimensionals, then don't use dimensionals. You can absolutely just glue them straight down. My dog is barking at something. I don't know if you guys can hear, but I'm sorry. Her dress is just 2 1/2 by 2 1/2, and all we're going to do is take one side, and I'm just going to cut a little wavy line. You could use a scallop die or any kind of little scallop border die on there. But that is, I'm gonna just fix this. It was a little longer on one end. That would bother me. So, but it's just a little wavy line, just cut randomly. No real rhyme or reason to it. Now for her little polka dots, I am using a retired product. I'm using the 1/2" circle punch. We no longer sell this one, but I really couldn't find anything that was comparable to this. So if you have the 1/2" circle punch, go ahead and use it. I also thought maybe you could do hearts for her polka dots instead, and you could use the heart from the dog punch. That would also be really cute, I think. We have 2 of those. So I just punched a few little white polka dots to go on her Melon Mambo dress, and so I'm just sticking them on there. And I think I need one more. I did too many dots of glue, so let me punch one more out here. Good thing I had a scrap of white. Okay, so ideally we would let that completely dry before we go through and cut, but that last one fell off. So I'm gonna glue it back on. There we go. Ideally you'd let it completely dry, but for the sake of time, we're just gonna go through and we're just gonna trim off any edges that are hanging over. And this one, we just wanna try to mimic that wave. Just like that. Super cute, right? All right, let me get all those little pieces out of the way. And then we're gonna stick this on to our bookmark, just like we did with the other one. And we're just going to leave a little bit of black border right along the bottom. She's super cute. Just like that. Now for her bow, I'm using that retired 1/2" circle punch again. Just a small circle is all you need. And then these hearts, I'm using 2 hearts, and they are from, this is from the holiday catalog as well. This is Home Together Dies. And I am using this little house. It cuts out that little heart inside, and that is where I got my 2 hearts. Now, again, for the one that I made with the kids, we actually used a retired heart punch, but this one is perfect. It works just as well. So look in your stash. You might have a heart punch. You might have a heart die, a small heart die. So just look in your stash and see what you have. So I'm just going to put my hearts together, kind of point to point, and I'm going to put a dot of glue on each of them, and then we're just going to put that 1/2 inch circle punch right in the center, and that makes our super cute little bow. Isn't that cute? And then we're just going to put some more glue right on her ear. Now, let's see, hopefully I didn't glue that down to my thing, and stick that right on. Of course, ideally you'd want all of this to dry before you do anything, but isn't that cute? So we're going to round the corners on her too. Let me open this up, try not to disturb anything that might still be drying. You could also use glue dots if you don't want to use liquid glue. Because these are going in a book, you just want to make sure you don't use too much liquid glue that it's going to kind of ooze out and then get stuck to your book pages. So you just want to be mindful when you're gluing things down, but you have those rounded edges. We're going to bring them both back in, and I have this magnetic tape. This I got a while ago in a big box craft store. I'm just going to cut 2 pieces that are roughly the same size. We'll start with our mini one. I'm going to stick it right on, stick the sticky side on that side, and then I'm going to stick them together, let the magnet stick together, and then I'm just going to close it. Just like that. And then when you pull it apart, you'll have a magnet on each side. They perfectly line up and they stick together. They'll hold your spot in your book nicely. I did look on Amazon today, and you can get the magnetic tape on Amazon. So if they don't sell it in your craft store, you can always check Amazon. Just quickly add some magnetic tape, and those are our little bookmarks. So to finish the cards, I'm going to pull them back in, and we're just going to stick them onto our cards. They'll go right over. We're going to lift up our greeting so that goes right over. Make sure our magnet's holding them in place. Isn't that cute? I just love it. It's so cute. And I'm going to stick this down. We'll go under our greeting and just kind of holding this in place. And there you go. There's no ribbon or embellishments or anything, but they are super cute. So I'll bring in these as well. These are the ones that I've made with the kids. They use the greeting from the Blossoms and Blooms stamp set. And then this uses the greetings from the Celebration Tidings stamp set, which will be available in the holiday catalog. So there you go. What do you think? Do you like Minnie better, Mickey better? Let me know what you think. They are so much fun to make. Kids will love them. They're easy for kids to make. It's a great project. You can make a bunch of these for teachers or gifts for librarians. I think they're really cute. If you have any questions, let me know. If you want to place an order, please head to my online store. If you're interested in that Stampin' Blends Club, please head to the link in my video description and check that out on my blog. These will be on my blog tomorrow morning. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and have a great day. Bye.